Alrighty, good morning ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon as it's just become. Thank you for coming through on this Wednesday afternoon. We're going to spend about 40-45 minutes talking through DuePoint. It's the reason why you're here today, and I hope that at the end of the 45 minutes you have a new perspective, not only on DuePoint but on what we are trying to achieve here. To start with, for all of you watching us around the country today, it's very important for you to know that DuePoint is in fact a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. It's one of the reasons why you might not have heard of us before. But what's important about Constantia is that we are not a new business. This is not a new thing here at DuePoint. We are in fact the wealth creation division of a company that is 66 years old this year and will be 67 years old next year. First registered in 1952, Constantia is both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. The reason we tell you all of this is so that you can have just a little bit of confidence in who you're dealing with here today. I think so often today in the South African economy, we've got these things that kind of arrive and leave and arrive and leave. Every day there's something new. I laugh. I can't keep up with how many of the things arrive across my desk, or I'm shown on WhatsApp groups, and oh my goodness. And you know what astounds me further is the tens of thousands of South Africans that kind of chase after these things and always just end up losing their money. Well, here we want you to understand that we're a well-established company, long-standing in the industry. You can go and do all the research you want to do about us. Jump onto the JSC's website, find us under Conduit Capital there. Go to the FSCA's website, find our licenses there. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as well, and have a number of licenses under that as well. There's just one of them that you can go and look up as well. We are also a real company. In the days of the internet, as things are these days, you can't always be 100% sure who you're dealing with. Here, well, we've got a real office. You guys have all seen it, and I encourage any of you around the country to make a stop into Joburg and come and see our office. See that we actually are real, and of course we're made up of real people. This is me in the corner here, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive and founder of this division, and I'm here just about 6 days a week. So again, very few companies, I think, even perhaps legitimate international ones, would give you the opportunity to come and see the CEO. Well, here you get to meet me every single day of the week. And again, I sort of flounder sometimes. As most of you know, we're doing roadshows around the country at the moment, where individuals will come to me and say, yes, but over here is something much shinier and much better. And I go, have you ever met any of the staff members? No. Do you know where their offices are? No. Are they in South Africa? No. How do you get involved in companies where you cannot see the real thing? Here you can, and so I want you to have that sense of confidence as we discuss what we do here. As I mentioned to you a little bit earlier, we are the wealth creation division of Constantia. Our task at DuePoint is to create wealth in the hands of South Africans. This is not a direct selling company that is going to force you to sell pots and pans and plastic bucky things and creams and milkshakes and energy pills and all sorts of things like that. That's not what we do here at DuePoint, because none of those things create wealth. Those create what I call cash in transit. You get cash for the transaction, but the next month you have to go back to the same people again and beg them to buy again. Otherwise you have no income in the second month. And again, it's astounding. People are like, look at how fantastically well I did this month. I'm like, that's great. Try and do that again next month with the same people. And it's always a disappointment, and so we see people hopping and hopping and hopping from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. That's not what we do at DuePoint. At DuePoint, we're in the creation, we're in the business of creating long-term, stable, recurring income. Income that is there every month. Income that does not require you to run to the same people every month to earn it, but it is steadfast and reliable in our system. If we can create that for you, we believe that we can start changing the circumstances that we live in right now in South Africa. 2018 has been an exhausting year for South Africans. I can see it on the faces of the people I talk to every day that come through this room. People right now are exhausted. It is October and they're on December holiday already. I can just mentally, that's where they're at. People are just not doing anything anymore because we've been so badly beaten up this year. We look a little bit like Conor McGregor did on Saturday night. I don't know if you saw. That's what we look like. But instead of being beaten with fists, we've been beaten with 7 tax increases in 1 year. And, you know, nobody's come to us, you know, from those that passed this legislation to say, I'm sorry. Instead, they came through on, what was it, Thursday last week, to say, oh, well, if you don't like the price of petrol in South Africa, go and buy yourself a more efficient car. Wow, the last time someone said that, they had their heads chopped off with a guillotine in the French Revolution. You don't get to say eat cake when all of us can barely eat bread. This is not what is happening. This is not the reality of what happens. For us, we are left in our circumstances, and we're in a set of circumstances where we're the poorest we have been in 2 decades. If you go and look at the data and the articles that have been going around in the newspapers lately, our buying power is the lowest it has been since before 2000. That means we all earn less than we did 20 years ago, even though the rand amount is more. We can't buy as much anymore. And it means then that we struggle more than we ever have to cover our costs, because what's been happening to costs? Well, things are more expensive now than they have ever been in the history of South Africa. And so economists, if you were reading over the weekend, are saying that this may well be the worst economic year in South Africa's history. In our history, guys, not in the last 10 years, in the last 400 years of South Africa, things were better the first year Jan van Riebeck arrived here than they are right now. That's what they're saying economically. And we know it. We know it because we're stuck in it. Oh, we're not. We live it every day. Our hope is that if we can put a tool in your hands that you can actually create wealth with, wealth that you control, well, then you're in a position where these kinds of circumstances, debts and price increases and taxes, don't kill you like they've killed you in 2018. That's our primary objective and hope here. Our secondary hope, of course, is to get South Africans participating again in the financial services sector. It's the biggest sector of our economy, and it is the most regulated sector of our economy. And as a result, very few, I want to say less than 1% of South Africans are actually involved in this sector. We want to get more people involved. We believe that we've done that with our system. And with those 2 objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, we don't ask you to sell anything. We don't ask you to advertise. We don't ask you to advise on any of our products. No, we give you one task, the task simply of connecting people to us. That's it. We just want you to go out and connect South Africans to DuePoint. If you're able to do that, we're able to then expand our market share in South Africa. That leads to us creating greater revenues, and greater revenues allows us to start creating that recurring extra income for you. No selling involved. How do we create the recurring nature of our income? Well, because our products, lifestyle and financial services, are run on debit order systems that run automatically every single month. You connect someone to us once, and our debit order system raises the debit order in their account every single month. You do not need to return to them and try and sell the pot again or the pills again to them. Here it happens automatically. The other beautiful thing about our products is that they don't expire, they don't go off. You don't ever have to wait on delivery. You know, we don't manufacture them in China and bring them here. You've got them instantly and immediately. You don't have to carry them around with you. My father always used to use the joke when he was an insurance broker like 1,000 years ago. I don't know when it was, but no, it was a long time ago. He said he used to sit down with an individual and look through his briefcase and go, my goodness, you're very lucky. This is the last insurance policy I have. It was a fantastic sales technique. Now here, of course, everything is digital. You're never going to run out here at DuePoint. These are all the fantastic freedoms that we offer you, in addition to the fact that we create a reliable, recurring extra income for you off of a single connection with us. We also have built the system in the South African context. In the South African context, we understand that none of us have time. It's beautiful. Maybe 10 years ago we didn't have time, but we had money. Now in 2018 we have no time and no money. We're going to try and fix both of those things. We understand that you do not have time. Nobody in South Africa has time. It is not a valid excuse for not becoming a wealth engineer at DuePoint, because we designed the system to buy your time back. We allow you and enable you with our tool here to create teams. We call them channels. These channels of individuals actually begin to create wealth for you every hour of the day. Right now in your employment, you are limited to the number of hours you can create wealth. If you're an employee, you work from 9 until 5. Even if you work till 7, they're still only paying you 9 till 5. If you're a professional, you only earn when the tools are in your hands moving. The moment you put them down to eat or sleep or take a break, the money stops. Here at DuePoint, you have the leverage of growing teams that create income for you 24 hours a day. Not having time to do this is not a valid excuse. Folks, we also have created the system in a way that you do not need to lose money through the process of being a wealth engineer. Whenever you have to sell a product, you start on a negative balance, do you not? Because they walk you into the room and they say, here's your starter kit. it's 3,800 Rand, or it's 5,000 Rand, or I've seen some 35,000 Rand, and you can get started. That means you've got to make 35,000 Rands worth of profit before you've covered your costs. At DuePoint, there is no starter kit, no starter manual, no monthly fees, no application form fees, no fees or costs at all for using the system. By simply being a DuePoint product owner, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium. And so today, ladies and gentlemen, is not a financial risk decision for you. It is also not a qualification risk decision. At DuePoint, everybody can be a wealth engineer. You're not selling, remember, no selling. This is a big deal. Somebody actually asked the question on our Facebook site. I don't know what to say if I'm not selling. Well, if you go to our Facebook site today and go and look for that comment, it's just a few lines down, you'll see my answer to it. Folks, it is a big switch that needs to be flicked. This may be a direct selling company, but you can remove the middle word. We're just a direct company. There is no selling in the middle. What your task is to connect people to us. And that means you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not advisors, not advertisers with us. You're not salespeople. Everybody, no matter their qualification or experience, can be a wealth engineer building a real asset with us. What is a real asset? An asset is something that creates income for you every month, whether you can or can't work it. So if you're lying in hospital, we still pay you. If you're on holiday, we still pay you. None of the direct selling transactions will put you in that position, because the moment you stop selling, your income stops. With us, it is there all the time. Our asset, your channel that you build with us, can also be priced and sold in our system. You can sell it to somebody else. And ultimately, when you pass away, the channel and the income that it produces that you created during your lifetime will automatically be handed over to your children. And your children will continue to earn from what you created during your life. There is nothing else in South Africa today that creates that for you. We are a generational legacy company. We've been around for 70 years. We are not thinking about just right now. We are thinking about the generations to come. What will you build that you will leave behind to your children? That's what we create here, and that is we create the answer to that question through our system. We've also created the system here in a way that you can be proud of it. You want to tackle the stigmas of direct selling? Boy, oh boy, you can go and watch some of our videos. There's not like 5 or 6, there's like 100 reasons why people don't want to do direct selling of every level and strata in South Africa. Because they've largely been embarrassed in the past. They've put money into something and the things collapsed into pieces, and everybody they joined is now angry with them. We've seen this happen over and over again. Or it's been substandard products, or etc., substandard presenters. Here at DuePoint, we've built everything at what we call private bank level. The quality of the stuff we do here is at the absolute best in the economy today. You look at the staff members, you look at the office, you look at the technology that we use. In addition, we don't give you embarrassing products that you have to kind of carry with you and all of that sort of jazz. And lastly, of course, you don't have to present here at DuePoint, a big fear of most people. I've been teaching my 10-year-old how to start doing some public speaking now, and she rather just lies with her head on the counter and wants to weep, you know. Rather kill me now, Dad, than make me stand in front of a crowd and talk. We know this. This is a big issue. Now, what's embarrassed us in the past is, of course, our friend has wanted to be the one that gets up on stage to do the presentation. And you know he's no good, but he doesn't know he's no good, okay? And this leads to tremendous embarrassment. At DuePoint, you are never going to have that experience. There's only 2 people that present here, and it's myself and Rob, and we use our technology, the latest technology, to be in your pockets 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, you can click a button and have us connect individuals to DuePoint for you. We leave you with that one task. Connect the people to us. How do you do it? Well, there's 4 ways of doing it. You can pick up our USB stick at our information counter, or you can order it at our client service through our client services team. It's 170 Rand. Once off, and you've got the presentations in your pocket. You plug the memory stick into a TV or a computer, and no matter where you are, and no matter what time of the day it is, you click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. The second way of connecting people to us is you can bring them to our studio. You can be part of our studio 7, 8, 9 times a week when we do this presentation. We do it night times, lunch times, like you can see, mornings even. You pick the scheduled time and you bring your folk here and we'll do the presentation for you. The third way is you go to our YouTube channel. It's the core and the heart of all of our content. You search for DuePoint on YouTube and you will find every presentation we've ever done. You can go and select your favorite ones, even if they're just mine. That's fine. You go select your favorite ones and you click play any time of the day, anywhere in the country. And there we are doing the presentation for you. This is a nationwide business. We've had people ask us before, when are you going to open offices? Where are your other branches, folks? Anybody who's got an internet connection has a DuePoint branch at their fingertips. We do not need another office because you've got us everywhere. And then the fourth way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts like this one. It is all of our presentations are broadcast live across the country, Monday through Saturday. If you're stuck at the office, if you're stuck at home or at church, in a coffee shop, if you're in a different province and you want to be live in the room with us, we know people prefer that. We have people, I'm not going to believe it until I see it for real. Fantastic. You want to see it for real? We do this live every single day of the week, sometimes 3 times in one day. We are live across the nation broadcasting for you. You are one button always away from connecting people to us. What's your script? Here's your sales script. Here's your sales script. You go up to individuals and say, do you require more wealth? Do you require more income? The answer will always be yes. If they say no, they're foreign or liars. Okay? If they are South Africans, they need more income right now. The answer is yes, and you click play. That is the beginning and ending of your sales script. If they go, no, I want a summary, you show them the summary. If they want to know the products, you show them the products. Everything you need is one click away with DuePoint. All right. Now, as you connect people to us, some of the people are going to catch the vision of what we're doing. Not all of them, but some of them. They'll become wealth engineers like you, and when they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk are going to go out and do the same thing, having sat through these presentations. They'll go out, connect people to us. Some will become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. This process repeats itself over and over again over time. And as it does, your channel and your team grows across the country. We come along as DuePoint, and as DuePoint, the insurance company, we facilitate the purchase of your products throughout your channel. And without having sold a single thing, your income is born here at DuePoint. Now, what's important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not a pyramid or Ponzi scheme. It is not any of those things. In fact, what it is a genuine wealth creation opportunity. Now, anything that's genuine, you know, comes at a price. Building your careers came at a price. Building your own business comes at lots of price. Here, the price of building wealth with us is time. It is time. We build wealth and we buy your time back, but the ingredient to start with is time. This is something that most people won't tell you. They will advertise to you that they can make you rich in 90 days. This I've heard in just about every presentation I've ever been to. Come in, do the work, and in 3 months you'll be rich. I have never met anyone in my life, and I've been doing this for quite a few decades now, that has got rich in 90 days doing direct selling. Folks, the creation of wealth always takes time, like your careers. It didn't take you 90 days to get rich in your careers. And any one of you who started your own business knows that even when you started it, you had anticipated it would take 10 years before you made any real profits. And yet we have people coming to DuePoint and going, you know what the problem with DuePoint is? You earn too slowly. I'm like, my goodness, you know what the problem with your job is? You earn too slowly. Don't tell me there's a problem with DuePoint. This is the reality of genuine wealth creation. For those that are willing to put the time and effort in with us, we're able to create a wealth that you control. Nothing else you do in South Africa today will create wealth that's in your control. Your job is not in your control. You know that. You can't dictate your income. And the same with your business. It's almost always a hope and a prayer. It's never in control. Here we put you in control. So for those of you who do decide to put the time in and the effort in with us, we start the process of wealth creation through the facilitation of the purchase of our products. We've got 4 products here. Our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs you 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 independent products. Your first is your very own tax-free investment account, and your second is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand every month and we put it into your investment account. So you begin to build an asset before you've even connected your first person to us. And the remaining 224 Rand then is for your cover, 120,000 Rands worth. Then our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For 249 Rand a month, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. This is a cover that has no age limits, it has no waiting periods, and it has no medical examinations or declarations. Why? Because we want everyone in South Africa in DuePoint creating wealth. And so we have created a product that fits everybody for less than 250 Rand a month. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. That starts at 299, and it also gives you 2 products. Firstly, a funeral cover. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of cover, and whether you want 5 or 10 family members on that cover. You then get 10,000 additional Rands worth of outstanding debt cover for the principal member. What does this mean? It means that when you as the principal member dies us one day, we'll settle 10,000 rands worth of your debt so that your family doesn't have to. We don't know of another funeral product in South Africa today that does that. I think some will give you tents and airtime and maybe a packet of groceries, but we kind of feel like 10,000 rands worth of not having to pay debt is a whole lot more beneficial, and it starts at 299 rand a month for every age. For every age. It's not like if you're 18, it's 299. You can be 65, and it's 299 rand a month. Is a very powerful product, this. And then our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 rand a month to be a member of this club. As a member, you get access to all of our suppliers. We've got hosts of suppliers, retail stores, data suppliers, motor manufacturers, entertainment, gyms, etc., travel agencies, etc., who all give you prices, discounts, vouchers, special services, VIP stuff. I'm telling you, the stuff we get out of there is amazing because they think they're dealing with us, the corporate. And you now get access to that as a Wealth Point Buyers Club member. If you go to our YouTube channel or to our website, you can get full review videos on all of these products where I break down every term and every condition of every product that we have, and training videos that show you how to use them. If we're going to get you to increase your earnings and decrease your expenditure, we've got to show you how to use these products. Go away, do the research, watch the videos, and get the most out of your products with us here at DuePoint. Now, traditionally, how would we get you to connect with us and purchase these products? Well, we would have advertised to you. We would have done it on TV, radio, billboards, SMSs, on the websites, everywhere we would have advertised. That costs us as an industry over R1 billion a year. How do we pay for that R1 billion? Well, we make you pay for it. We build it into the price of your products, your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance. Every month that you pay them, you are in fact just paying for next month's adverts. That's what you do. Now, here at DuePoint, we do zero advertising. That's why you had never heard of us before today. We do zero advertising. Instead, what we do is we use you. You go out and you connect individuals to us. And it means that all that money that we were going to spend anyway on DSTV, SABC, Prime Media, etc., is now available for us to just redirect to you and your channel in the creation of this wealth. And it allows us to reward you in two ways. It starts with our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel every month that those products are paid for, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment was made. Sounds super complicated, but it is the simplest system that I know of in South Africa today. This is how it works. You go out, you connect some of your friends to DuePoint. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their product, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product every month that they pay for them. You do not need to run back to them and beg them to pay again. No, because once you've connected them to us, our system raises the debit order every month. These folk can take more than one product. Maybe they take two. Now you get 110 Rand a month. If they take three, it's 165. If they take four, you get 220 Rand a month. This starts to compound your wealth very quickly with us. Now, these folk are going to go out and naturally do the same thing you did. Connect a few folk to us. Some will become wealth engineers again, pay for their products, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200% again, 55 Rand. Now look at this example. I know it's just an example, but you've put a handful of people in. You've been responsible for connecting a handful of people to us, and you're now earning about 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year. You haven't really done any major effort yet, but you're getting $1,000 a month. Now, I know that this is not what they promised you on your WhatsApp groups and Facebook, because there they said you'd be earning millions in days. Yeah, okay, well, that doesn't happen, and it is not real. But here we can say off the back of really minimal effort, we can get you to start creating wealth. You see, if it was just a cash in transit, I could say to you, get 1,000 Rand for the month. But here I can say, you get 1,000 Rand every month. That is what wealth feels like, when no matter what you're doing, the money comes in. Now, if you put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy and effort in, you'll continue to earn with us here at DuePoint, but now at a diminishing rate down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you have unlimited earning potential. You can grow your channel to any size here at DuePoint, and as long as you qualify to earn, you will always get 4% of 27.50 Rand. This means you can grow 25 points big and earn on all 25 points. You can hand it over to your children and they can grow to 50 points, and they too can earn on all 50 points. If you want to understand properly how to earn at DuePoint, we have got a range of videos for you to watch. It is such a simple system that I think Rob did the explanation in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. That is how complicated understanding how to earn at DuePoint is, that it takes us less than 3 minutes to explain it to you. Go to our YouTube channel, watch the videos and you'll understand. I was doing a Teamworks meeting last night. It was a great one, nationwide Teamworks meeting. With our technology, we can actually train across the country. And one of the people sent in a question to us while we were live to say, Brendan, how do I earn again? And I almost fell off my chair. I thought, well, the number one reason you're at DuePoint is to make money, isn't it? You're not here to like be a charity or to, no, you're here to make money. So guys, if you're here to make money, take 3 minutes after this presentation and go and watch the training video, and you will know how we have created unlimited earning potential for you at the price of time. How much time is it going to cost you? If that's the price you're paying today, we better answer that question. We've done a whole lot of analysis on a whole lot of decades of data. This is not our first time doing this. We know what we're doing. And we've come up with what we believe is a reasonable growth rate for you as an individual who wants to come and build wealth with us here at DuePoint. Now, we know you don't have time, so we've built that into the growth rate formula too. We call it 3 + 2. It says that in your first month with us, you are responsible for connecting 3 people to your first point. That's it. 3 people in an entire month. And then, +2, in every other month thereafter, you're responsible for connecting just 2 people. I don't feel like this is a particularly big ask, guys. I've been to some presentations where they told me if I just connected 1 person a day. We're asking for 2 an entire month. Why? Because we know you're busy. We know you've got other responsibilities. But if you can connect 2 every month, persistently, and without stopping, over time, we can start building for you those milestones of time and earnings with us. Applying the 3 + 2 growth rate formula and all the other mathematics that we did, we said, can you stick around with us for 6 months? Because if you can, doing 3 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2, after 6 months, we think you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month doesn't sound like a lot off the bat, but it is 30,000 Rand a year, and you have been responsible for connecting 2 people a month. We think that's pretty amazing, actually. I've had some people kick me afterwards and say, don't say it's not amazing. It's freaking amazing. You did nothing, and after 6 months, you got an extra 2,500 Rand coming in every month, no matter what you do. That's what we do here. Can you do a year with us? Because if you can do a year with us, that'll rise to about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. So you've been adding 2 people a month to your first point for a year. So it's 24 people over a period of 12 months. And you end the year on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month with us. It's 120,000 Rand a year. Now, I know that everybody said by month 3 you'd be on your yacht in the Mediterranean, but we do know as well that that's not real. Here, we create permanent wealth. And so over time, we build that permanency. And right now, we know that in the South African context, everybody could do with an extra 10,000 Rand a month. Everybody. I know you all want the 100,000 Rand a month. I know that that's what you want. But what you actually need is an extra 10,000 Rand. And that we can do for you in a year if you can stick around. Now, we lose a lot of people somewhere in that first 6 months. We lose a lot of people. Why? Because they realize that they actually have to do something to create this wealth. They thought they would join, mention it to a friend, and the friend would make them wealthy. Folks, you will find that people are incredibly disappointing creatures. Incredibly. And so, knowing this when we built the system, we removed your responsibility from the people. You see? So we've removed 2 things from you. First of all, you're never going to have to sell a substandard product ever again. And secondly, you're never going to have to worry about the people. We've given you one task, and you need to remember this because you're going to forget it. But you need to remember that your one responsibility here is to keep connecting people to us. Not to worry about whether they pay or not pay, whether they duplicate or don't duplicate, whether they catch the vision like you do. That's not what we asked you to do. You can go somewhere else if that's what you want to do. It's a heartbreaking process, that. Here we said, don't break your heart with us. Make it nice and simple. Just keep connecting people. Every month, you connect to your first point of your channel, every single month. And if you can do that as the sole responsibility in the creation of wealth for yourself, after a year, you'll be on 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. After 2 years, that will rise from 10 to 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. After 3 years, it'll rise to 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. You haven't had to do anything special. You've just had to keep connecting people to us. After 4 years, it'll rise to 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do it with us for half a decade, not 5 months, and don't let anybody fool you that they can get you in there in 5 months, but after 60 months, half a decade, maybe more, with us, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. There's the 100,000 Facebook and WhatsApp number they're always throwing about. But it doesn't take 3 months. It takes 5 years. Now, you can make it move faster. That's up to you. Instead of adding 2 people every month, add 10 people, and you're going to divide that whole timeline down to 18 months. But adding 10 people a month is not for people who are busy. People who are busy are not going to be able to get out there and find 10 people a month. But you might be one of them. That's fine. Go and do it. You are in control of the speed at which you create wealth here. But we want the rest of you who have full-time jobs and families and careers and the realities of living in South Africa on your shoulders to know that you need to stick with us over time. And we will change your circumstances forever. Imagine 5 years from now you're earning 80,000 Rand a month. How does that change your immediate circumstances? How does it change? You see, people say to me, Brendan, this is too long. And I go, no, it's not. How long have you worked in your careers for? Why are you not gauging the time you've wasted there? How many hours do you work a week? 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 hours? I've seen that with everybody. You know you're only being paid for 40. So when you work 80, you're working half price. And do you do it for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years? Yeah, you do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is not too slow. This is amazingly fast. But you've got to be persistent, and you cannot forget that your responsibility is not whether people do what you do. It's just connecting. And that gets us there. Are people doing it at DuePoint? You betcha. Tens of thousands are doing it. This is not our first year of being around. And every month we put just 3 or 4 people on this stage. Some of them doing well, some of them doing badly. We show you the whole spectrum. We don't hide anything here. Put them on the stage and we talk to you about them, and then we record what they say and we put it on our YouTube channel so you can go and see them all there. This month we had Sandra up. Sandra's fantastic. She's been with us for 2 years. Super busy lady. This lady runs like 4 jobs. She doesn't run one. She's got like 4 jobs. She definitely doesn't have time for DuePoint. But she also knows that none of her jobs are creating sustainable wealth. They're all cash in transit. And so she started with DuePoint 2 years ago with us, spent a year building income with us, and then someone came and flashed something shiny at her and said, look, 3 months I can make you rich. And so she ran off there thinking, oh, it'll be so much better, and spent a year discovering that firstly, it doesn't create wealth, it's cash in transit. Secondly, it's as hard, if not harder, than just connecting people. And now she has a garage full of stuff that's getting rotten every month. And so she returned, because why? After that year, or during that year while she was gone, every month we paid her. Every month. She never came here. She never did anything. But every month she got paid. And about 10 months in, she said, what the hell am I doing? And she came back to DuePoint, and she's already well on her way, having earned 20 grand already, 8 people that she's building with already, and her channel's already over 400 people big. It is a wonderful story for us at DuePoint to know that people come back when they realize we've achieved what we had hoped to achieve. A wealth that's there even when you're not there. Then we had Casper Olafia up on stage with us. He's been around with us for 2.5 years now, working really, really hard. He has gone through all the things that a lot of South Africans are going through. Retrenchment, unemployment, unemployability. You know, I tease, I'm probably going to end up in jail saying it, but you know, he ticks all the boxes. He's white, he's Afrikaans, he's old, and he's male. That effectively makes him unemployable in South Africa. It really does. It's, you know, I make it as a bit of a joke, but it's the truth. He will tell you he doesn't laugh. No one will hire him. They won't hire him. And so he gets out there and he works on DuePoint, and over the period of time, while still searching for a job, having the odd job, trying to raise a family, etc., he's managed to build a channel that now pays him 7,000 Rand a month. 7,000 Rand a month when you are unemployed, or when you get unemployed, is an incredible insurance policy to have. What's your backup plan when you lose your job? That extra 7,000 Rand a month keeps you alive while you're gone. And of course, he's continuing to build at an incredible rate. He's had a great year with us, and he's getting there very quickly. And then we had Lynette Bardenos, also such a story of determination with us. She's a retiree, as you can see. She's a retiree. She doesn't have a full-time job, but she smashes this thing like crazy. But as a retiree, you've got natural obstacles. People are like, what do you know, old lady? That's what they're saying. Think of it. Oh, no, I know what I'm doing. I've got a career. Oh, bad news for people who think they've got a career in the current economy. But she has persevered second to none at DuePoint over the last 2.5 years. We absolutely love her, and this year has been an incredible year for her as she's really got traction, and she's now earning 16,000 Rand a month. 16,000 Rand a month sure beats the state pension, doesn't it? If I'm not mistaken, it's like 1,000 times bigger than the state pension. Absolutely incredible. She's on her way, having withdrawn 140,000 Rand from DuePoint already. What would an extra 140,000 Rand do for you over the next year or two? Okay? How does that change things? Do you think she's just put 1 or 2 friends in and then let them go and just hope they built her channel? No. Do you think she got concerned when people she put in didn't pay or didn't duplicate? No. Forget it. Over the last 2.5 years, she personally has spoken to 500 people. She didn't come to my presentation. I just said 2 a month. She said, no, 500 people. Now, that is determination, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely crazy. And she's not even one of our high flyers. She's not even one of the high flyers. She's just out there working hard. We show you everything. You want to see this, the high flyers at DuePoint, go to our YouTube channel. Go there and watch their testimonies. We've got, it must be over 100 now, of the little sample we put on stage every month, of people who are earning a couple hundred rand, 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 and above, 1,000 rand a month. They're all there. You choose what you want to do with the DuePoint tool. It's up to you. But I can assure you that it will take time, and it will take energy, and it'll take effort, and you will go through disappointing times, and you'll go through times of boom. That's life. That's building careers. That's building businesses. And at DuePoint, it's building wealth. But one of the things you'll be assured of through the process is that you're building something that's real, not something that's promised on a WhatsApp group, something that's real. Now, if you want to become a wealth engineer, super simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, and you click the join or apply button. It'll take you less than 3 minutes to fill the form out, and you are a wealth engineer without a single cent having passed from your hands today. And you can start this afternoon building wealth for yourself. If you want some tools, we got the tools for you. You can buy them at our counter, or you can order them through our client service team, and we'll deliver them to you. The memory stick with the presentations on. Get them if you struggle with data. The backup battery for your phones, because your phones keep dying, and this business is built completely on your phone. And then the business cards. You struggle to connect people. The business cards legitimizes your connection. We'll make you a custom-made set just for you. Order them, get them going, and all the other paraphernalia we've got. You can see them in our cupboards. You can order them with our client service team. Guys, we are live and kicking on Facebook. Now, given the fact that we create wealth, we really want you there every day with us. We put something up new every day so that you connect to the heart of this business. This is not a faceless, cold insurance company. This is, as we understand it, the only company in the country that actually brings you into our offices every single day. Get connected with us. Go and follow us. Go and love us. Follow the posts. Be informed and be capable of creating wealth with us by following us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe, and then you know when we're live every day. And then, guys, download our free app. Put it on your phones. It is the tool you use to create wealth here. Without that app, you cannot build your wealth at DuePoint, or it's very difficult to. Again, this is a good criteria when you select an individual. If that individual does not have a smartphone, then they are not really going to be able to help you build wealth in your channel, are they now? What they will do is lead to disappointment. Okay, so make the right decisions when you connect people to us. Don't just put anybody in. That book with all the personal details that you copied down illegally for the last 10 years, that is not what you're going to fill out into our system, because it will not create you wealth. It could result in you going to prison, however. So you should consider that next time you copy someone's details down. Folks, we teach you how to do this business. From the ground up, we take your hand and we make you an expert wealth creator through our XP Rewards training program. This program is designed to take you through a series of steps. As you complete them, we give you experience points, or XP points. They are not worth anything. They are just a measure of how you are progressing through our system. As you meet the experience criteria, and naturally your channel grows, and you meet those 2 criteria, we rank you up in the training program. When we rank you up, we reward you. It's the only training program we know of in the country that properly rewards you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash to help you get going. As you get a bit more serious, well, the cash gets a whole lot more serious. And then as you hit rank 5 and beyond, we start to equip you to do this task. At rank 5, it's a Lightning memory stick imported from the US, got everything on it you need, and plugs into every electronic device to help you connect people to us. At rank 12, it's a rank 7, it's a 12,500 Rand set of custom-made imported gold-gilded business cards. You cannot get them in this country. It takes us 6 to 8 weeks to have them imported and made for you. We do, however, have to send them to some old guy down in Cape Town who I think chews the gold onto the cards or something. This is a dying art, gold gilding. This is not ink, guys. This is gold gilding. We give it to you. When you connect somebody with a business card like that, they want to know what DuePoint is. This is not like these cheap, gimmicky things that blow in from China. This is the real deal here at DuePoint, what we're doing. And then at rank 9. When you get to rank 9, which is not going to take you 5 minutes, but when you get to rank 9, and as long as you maintain your channel size there, for the rest of your life. Every year we take you and your family away on a 5-star trip, all expenses paid, business class. Every year for the rest of your life. This is sometimes where I lose people. I've lost people in more than one presentation before because they get to this point and they think, they've gone, okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's true. And then they go, no, it's farcical. We don't believe you. This is all a farce now. No, it's not a farce. We go every year. I don't have to show you internet footage. I don't have to show you drawn pictures like I've seen on some very bizarre websites. No, this is the real deal. I can show you real footage because we go every year. We are, in fact, going on the 8th of December again, which is less than 2 months away now. Well, it's 2 days short of 2 months right now, and we're all the rank 9s, getting on the plane with me. And we're off to our 5-star business class holiday, all expenses paid, with our families as well. Not like, congratulations, you win, but you've got to pay for your spouse or your children to come with. No, we take you. And it's not like, oh, congratulations, you made it, you just got to pay for the airport taxes, or you just got to buy the air tickets. Geez, I've seen that before too. Ooh, you got this free trip, but you got to pay for the air tickets. Goodness, no. It's all expenses paid. It is a reward for those who have worked hard, because you will not get to rank 9 without working hard. But when you do, we reward you along the way in ways like this.
All of your wind has gone. Sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace. Cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
My goodness. I was just reminded of something now. Rob, our design guy, said yesterday to some of our rank 9s that he wants more footage for next year where there's people with like sharks swimming around them and things like that. So, I don't know, the rank 9s didn't seem too keen about being in the sea with sharks swimming around them. They didn't want the fish eating them, he wants sharks. for next year. And nonetheless, folks, we're going to be there in December. The question is whether you would like to join us. This will be your prize for hard work. You don't join DuePoint for this trip, because if you do, you'll find it very disappointing. It's not easy to get to rank 9. How long will it take you? Well, if you add 2 people a month, it'll take you 19 months on average. You see, we're real here. I'm not promising you your yacht in the Mediterranean after 3 months. I'm saying 19 months if you add 2. If you add more, you can get faster. Donnie, 16 months. Patrick and Pumi, where's Patrick? He was here a moment ago. He got there in 11 months. And you can ask this chap here, he got there in 5. So you need to ask yourself how fast you want to get there. It all comes down to how many people you want to connect per month. No selling, no talking about our products. You're free from all of that nonsense. Do you require wealth? Yes, click. That's all you're going to do. How fast can you do that a month? That's all it is. No, I don't have time for this, Brendan. Shame. All right, well, if you push past rank 9, which many people do, and get to rank 11, at rank 11 you get your own car. It's not branded, it's not financed through us, you don't rent it from us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away when we don't like you anymore. It's your car. It's your car. And we hope that you will build it and you will use it to build your freedom with us. That's what we really hope. People take the tools and really start using them. That's rank 11. We have 28 ranks currently mapped in our system. I have shown you the first third today. What is in the other 2/3? Folks, this Thursday is Third Degree Thursday. We do it once every 3 months, and this is the last one for this year. This is a major event for anyone taking wealth creation seriously. If you're not, don't worry about it. But if you are serious about creating wealth for yourself, you're going to be here in this room, or you're going to be in your venue wherever you are around the country at 6:30 this Thursday night. Why? Well, this particular Thursday, we're going to be tackling some of the hardest questions that are asked to wealth engineers and by wealth engineers in the system. They're going to be asking me live. I don't know what those questions are. They're going to ask them to me live, and I'm going to show you how to answer them off cuff. This should be really worth your entertainment while. I hope you've got loads of guests lined up. I hope you're not coming alone for entertainment, because coming alone will not create you wealth. On Thursday night, we want all of you to have 4 or 5 guests each. Bring them here. Bring the difficult ones here. Bring the ones that seem to know it all here. And we will demonstrate to them that they may have a few holes in their knowledge. Bring them here Thursday night. No excuses. No, I'm busy. No, I don't have transport. No. Make a plan if you're serious about creating wealth for yourself. Don't make excuses. We want to see you here. We want to see you all tuned in live around the country on Thursday. Book out your venues. Fill them up. And let's make Thursday night, 6:30, a money-making hour and a half with us on Thursday. Then you know we're doing our road shows around the country at the moment. We were in KZN 2 weeks ago. This Saturday, I'm in Port Elizabeth for the Eastern Cape. Everybody in the Eastern Cape, we hope to see at that venue at Port Elizabeth. If you check Facebook right now, we've just put up another great post you can use to share to your guests, to get them informed and get them ready for Saturday morning. Remember, Saturday morning is a showcase. It's not an introduction, which means that the 10 o'clock normal broadcast of an introduction presentation is where you should have all your guests first. I was trying to explain this to some of the guys the other day. They don't seem to be connecting with it. Guys, if you've got guests joining us at 11 o'clock for the workshop, the showcase in Port Elizabeth, at 10 o'clock have the same guests watching live the introduction that Rob will be doing. So they know what DuePoint's about by the time they walk into the showcase at 11 o'clock with me. Okay, so tune in at 10, get them tuned up, and then send them in nice and warmed up for me at 11 o'clock. We'll see you in Port Elizabeth. I hope to see you from East London, Butterworth, everywhere. We want you at Port Elizabeth at 11 o'clock on Saturday. After that, 2 weeks down, we've got Bloemfontein, Nelspruit, and then Cape Town on the 24th of November. Book your seats, guys, particularly the Port Elizabeth one. I know it's running out of seats real quickly right now. So if you haven't booked your seats yet, book them now. There are almost none left. All righty. Folks, that's DuePoint, top to bottom. I've given you everything. I know every now and then I have someone who says, I need to go and do more research. You're most welcome to. It will be very disappointing research because I told you everything. But you can find everything you need to know about us online. What we are much more focused on here is you picking up this tool and starting to create wealth for yourself. The wealth that you control and the wealth that's permanent, not the things you've done in the past. That's what we want to see you doing. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Come and ask us. Ask the people who connected you. Call client services. Ask the questions and get them answered, and then pick this tool up and get out there and start changing your life. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you guys all outside, and thanks for all of you who've watched us live today.